Yo, Mo, what it
My ninja Saint Pearl. What's going on, brother?
Yo, I ain't
See you
made shit.
All you home, but always repping.
I just wanna fly in my spaceship. How I go? I mess up.
Oh, you talking about that Yeezy?
I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly. Yeah, there it is.
That's
there
right,
it is.
man. You know, there's UAPs out here, all of that.
And the GLC with the man. That's classic, yo. Crazy.
I will be assaulting them.
Yeah.
Yo, that joint is crazy.
Yo, what's goody, Mo? What's goody?
Life, man, you know?
I feel you.
An active observer of things.
I feel you. You see, I got the Knicks on. We here.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
We ready.
Home, but always repping.
We ready. We ready. We ready.
Listen,
for whoever it is. You know what I'm
saying?
You know
what? I'll take. I don't care. I'll take the script, yo. You got one. Yeah, New York gotta win. Let's go.
Take the script. Either way, New York gotta win, right?
Let's go.
New York over everything.
Yo, man.
Speaking
New York
of
gotta
New
be
York,
lit right now. I gotta reach out to my peoples, man. They gotta be going crazy.
It's easy lit.
You know what my man said? You know he a conductor at MTA.
Yeah.
My man, yo, shouts to my man.
Yeah,
yo, he said,
I know he talking about too.
He was like, bro, please. He's like 2 days in a row, just like vomit everywhere on the trains. People drinking too much, partying.
Yo, we gotta ask him what he think about, actually the new Metro North lines coming up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta ask your opinion about
Metro
that.
North lines.
Yeah, there's like 4 they apparently in the Bronx. Yeah, I gotta hit you.
Is that public money that's funding that?
Yo, we had the conversation, right? Yo, yeah. We'll get more info on that, y'all, and we'll get back to it. But we was talking about hot summer. It got hot. They opened up Orchard Beach Pavilion. It's back.
Man, the Bronx is coming back, baby. Bring back Jimmy's.
Yo, it was $114 million they spent on the reconstruction of that joint. Did you know that? Crazy. Yeah. So if you remember the pavilion mode, that's where like if you wanted to get a hot dog, whatever, all that type of stuff, and they had the restrooms and all that over there, and then they would do the concerts over there too. Like they would have like the open area, they would kind of shut it down, and then they would do that.
Oh yeah. When they would do the
Yeah, but now it's closed. It was closed. 2009. So, damn, we in 26. So that's 15 years, 16 years, something like that. Easily 16 years. That's crazy. Yeah. It was shut down that long, bro. Like,
I mean, it's the Bronx. I'm surprised. Yo, man, getting that funding, yo. Finally, put some respect on our name, dog.
Nah, I don't know about the respect.
The respect is there.
You got tactics out here. That's what that is. Yo, question that just randomly came up in my head, bro. Would you have your kids work the summer there?
Where?
At the joint, at the pavilion, like at one of the stands.
You know what? It's an easy ride on the 12. You can get right there. All right? No problem.
Yeah, but come on. Yo, the amount of craziness that's gonna happen, it's gonna go down, yo. By the end of the summer, there's gonna be something going down. We gonna see what's going on. It's something gonna go down, yo. But make us proud. Maybe nothing gonna happen. It'll be all right.
This is something that I like to see in the prediction markets here, like over under. You know what's gonna happen. Yo,
there's probably no crowd control plan, no kind of like things like that like in play. I hope they do have that in play, because I feel like
maybe
yeah,
maybe City Island will catch some of the overflow business.
Yo, it could get popping though, yo. There could be a whole resurgence though, bro.
Remember that, right?
You right.
Remember that?
It could be a whole resurgence, bro. Like people make a whole day out of that. Go to the beach, go to the joint, go to the what is it?
Sea Island seafood.
Yeah. At the end, and just cop a drink, whatever. Boom, boom.
Get litty, yeah.
It's gonna be super traffic. It take you forever just to get down to the end. Remember that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember that was terrible, yeah.
and then you don't find no parking. Just so
Nope.
you go all the way down to the end, and they making you go around. They like,
That
yo, yo,
is
yo,
what
yo,
the
yo.
experience is.
Yo, shit's fucked up, bro.
That's what it is.
Hot summer.
Yeah.
Nah, shout out to the Bronx
Yeah, that's
always
what's up
though.
though, man. A
Word,
little
word,
beautification, man. It ain't just the
word,
bombers, you know?
word. Yo, and on to a different note, we always talk a little bit about music. You know what I'm saying? Of course. And one of my favorite rappers is about to come out. You know what I'm saying? Vince Staples, right? LA, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Long Beach, you know what I mean?
I
Shout out
know,
to Long
man.
Beach, Vince Staples. The show is great on Netflix, right? But he's been putting out really good bodies of work, recently. I think this one is gonna be a little different. It's gonna be more on the alternative rap side of things, right? He just dropped a song called White Flag. If you haven't heard it, Mo, check it out. It's pretty dope. But then he got another joint that's a bit more of like got the alternative feel to it. But it's rap still, right? So and most folks don't realize, but like before his last 4 albums, he was kind of on that wave. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of his stuff before that too was more of like movies. Like people didn't even realize like the soundtracks this dude was on. You know what I'm saying? He was making a video game and soundtrack money. You know what I mean? So he was doing like that type of stuff, right?
That's what's up.
Yeah. And, one of his homies was Mac Miller, so he was with that camp, Earl Sweatshirt, those dudes like that. So, but when he want to get lyrical, he get lyrical, and he
Yo,
he
that
makes
white flag
statements.
joint is
He makes statements too. So,
fresh. That joint just dropped like 8 days ago.
yeah, 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 yeah. Because the album's gonna called Crybaby, I think, right? So interested to see what
Crybaby,
what
yeah.
that's gonna look like. It's only 10 songs, so we see what it is. We'll
Coming
talk
out
more about it soon.
June 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll talk about that probably on the next joint. But shout out to Vince Staples. Glad to hear you coming through. Hopefully we
That he
get some.
pressing up some vinyl copies too for y'all DJs out there.
That's what he do. That's what he do. So
That's what's up.
speaking of rappers,
Baby. What happened?
yeah, I don't know if you ever heard this song, but I'm gonna do it for the people. Phony rappers who do not write. Phony rappers who do not excite. Phony rappers. Check it out. All right, yo, that's that Q-Tip Tribe Called Quest. If y'all don't know, check it out. It's on. Damn, I
Yeah,
forgot the
yeah.
album that it was actually on, but it was like 96, 97. But anyway, yo, somebody just keep coming out of pocket, I feel like, when it comes to beefs, dissing. And it was recently, it was him again. Ricky Rose, Rick
Oh
Ross,
boy.
Rick Ross, the titty boss.
Bro, Rose.
We gotta stop, Rose. I'm not even gonna call you Rose. What is your name? Forget it. Cause you're not Rick Ross. That's Freeway Ricky Ross. You're not that guy. So who are you? Okay, all right. And yeah, I seen you before on the airplane. You was in first class. Well, you wasn't flying no private jet. Just stop it. All right, all right. I saw you. You know what I mean? But anyway, I did show you love, but lately, I don't know, man. You coming at the boy 50. You know what I mean? You talking about you gonna do things to the, come on. Cats is even trying to tell you without telling you. You gotta stop, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm just done with the
So
antics. This guy's got a fucking cast, like a blinged out cast, all type of real weird stuff, bro. Like, come on, man. You fall in this weird category, bro. You need to chill. All right.
so so
I don't even do this like this,
I
but
saw some clips. I saw some clips of him with Patrick Bet David, and it, it felt weird. Like
he was with
th-
Patrick McDavid.
yeah, he was coming at him because he was like, so look, I just asked like, what's Rick Ross' real name? Like William
Yeah,
Leonard
what's his name? So
Roberts
we
the
could.
second,
What is
right?
it? William what?
William Leonard Roberts the second.
Listen, Leonard. Let's chill, Leonard. All right. Yeah.
It says so he got
Cult
mad at PBD
former
because
CO.
PBD. He got mad at PBD because he was like,
My
yo,
fault. Wildin' out.
have you ever met Freeway Rick Ross, right?
We caught him with that question.
And he said, and he was just like, he asked him like about a lawsuit because apparently Freeway
Yeah, it's documented.
Sued him twice. Tried to sue
Yeah,
him twice.
yeah, and he got away with it twice.
And Rick Ross, he said basically he was like, "Yo, I tried to help him, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
I hope that brother, blah 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 blah." Right? And so the nigga said, "Yo, is it true that you like adopted his? Not that I can't exactly remember exactly how he said it, but like yo, you know that was his name, and you know how niggas be like, oh, be Scarface because like Tony Montana or whatever, right? Like that kind of deal."
you know what? Let's just leave it alone. Phony
And he was like,
rappers.
"Nah, he's a crackhead. Why would I do that?"
That's just
But the
disrespectful.
funny
Phony
shit is that
rappers.
my AI right here says he adopted the stage name. William Leonard Roberts II adopted the stage
You
name Rick
adopted
Ross
the
as a
stage
tribute
name.
to the drug
You
trafficker
adopt.
Freeway Rick
You
Ross.
adopted the stage name. That's all. That's how we gonna leave it
Though
right
he
there.
had no relation, though he has no relation to the
No
actual person.
relation.
So I mean, Ross gotta chill yelling at my man PBD because I like correct
You gotta
the
chill with.
internet.
You gotta chill with PBD. You gotta chill with 50. You
I
gotta
know he
figure
was
that
talking about.
out.
I bet you he talking about 52. Now I'm gonna go watch the whole
You
thing
gotta
now
figure
because
that out.
this is.
But Rose, we like your music, man. You know, you do spit. You got
Since when?
bars.
I mean, yeah, man, shit was kicking back in the day for sure, man. Right now, he the wingman. That's what he is.
Yeah, Mo said you wasn't. You was I with Port of Miami, and then you fell off.
I
That's what he talking
mean,
about.
that
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh man, that's crazy. But anyway, you got
I
it.
mean, he did his thing. I mean, I like a
Yeah,
lot of his
he
songs. You
got
know what I
some
mean? I'm not
joints.
going.
Yeah,
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 yeah. That's
yeah.
not front.
I'm not gonna act like he ain't got
Yeah,
songs, man.
yeah.
But right
But you
now,
you gotta chill
nigga,
though.
just
You gotta chill.
out of pocket.
You gotta chill. Cause right now you in that phony rapper category. Just chill.
What's the
That's
last thing he
it.
came out with? I mean, no, I don't even want to hear him no more. It's cool. It's cool. I'd rather just
Cool.
listen to the old stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
I'm not
live
a
in your
star.
mansion.
Somebody
Airbnb your
lied.
shit out.
Got a
Yeah.
chopper in the car. That joint crazy, yo. That album was good, right? He had like I was on that joint, Triple Beam. He had 9/11, right? With Wheezy. I mean, that album was
Yeah.
good. It was all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just can't deal with the you gotta chill, bro. Like either you gotta figure out what you got going on, but like not the jokes be going too crazy sometimes. Like and then it's like you just overly confident for what, bro? Like just leave it alone. Like anyway. All right.
uh,
Yo, speaking of rap, hip hop, something I wanted to talk with you about, Mo, is
hip hop, hip hop.
hip hop is becoming an age, right? We know we celebrated 50 years of hip hop recently. So I think it's 52, 53 now, which is crazy that time flew so fast, right? That it's already, gonna be 53, I think it is. And just thinking about how it has made its way through for so long. Has hip hop to you been on a maturing pattern or like do you feel as if it's in a weird like finding its identity or something else, right? Phase.
No, hip hop in this like hip hop as an art is like in a fight for its life.
Mm.
Like at the rate this shit is going, hip hop's gonna become like disco. Nobody really fuck with disco no more. Like it's just like we know an era, we remember an era. Other kind of music too. Like it's hip hop's time has come and gone, right? Like as far as being like the crazy thing is that I don't see it being replaced with anything.
So that's the
It's
thing.
like I feel like we at the end of the timeline and shit. Like there's no creativity left, nigga. Like we gotta get AI to keep.
Now, it's interesting you say that because I was thinking about this and I was talking to some people's and it's crazy like you think about rock, right? And you think about how long rock has been around, but hip hop has been around pretty long and it's now really like pop music and it's been the pop culture, right? Like piece of it for a while. But when it comes to longevity and legacy type of stuff, right? Like legacy specifically. And what I mean by that is like these timeless bodies of work that are in the lines of the Thrillers, the Beatle albums, the Beach Boys, or
Beethoven #9. I feel you.
these type of timeless type of thing, albums and bodies of work that are out there, and that haven't been like their release dates were like 1982, whatever, right? And they're still really mainstream, right? It's like when you really look at hip hop, there's probably a handful of artists that have a specific type of catalog
There's no
that
reason to
line up with that.
appreciate the music that's coming out right now. That's
Mm,
just the bottom line. Like there's not if if you like a song, it just doesn't strike the same chords, right? Like music is about like here, perfect example.
yeah,
You hear a song, like if I took like if for some reason we was driving, we just vibing out and like I don't know, a song like Lean Back come on.
yeah,
You know what's gonna happen to us? We're gonna remember like the time we heard that at a certain like our mind is gonna go right to where we was at when we was vibing with that song.
yeah.
Music is like the only thing that's like that, yo. Like you could be like, yo, there's a great movie or whatever, but it's not gonna put you like in the same time and place. And so music back then was really organic. People played instruments, right? Like even if you think about Motown, right? Like they were still hitting the bass, they were still dancing, doing this, doing that. Now it's beats.
But also the songwriting, Mo. So like you mentioned
Still,
Motown,
yeah.
like these are like relationship songs, like people just really,
And
you
it's a
know,
fact. And it's a fact. And the young generation, I don't understand why it's so hard for them to get because they listening to Motown still to this day. It's been reiterated decade after this shit was like it came and went, right? Like I'm not gonna mention his name, but yo, he controlled the whole decade just biting off of they shit.
he's saying not gonna mention his name. He crazy. I feel you though. I think
You
I
know what I'm
know who
saying?
you
Like, cause
talking
fuck
about.
that,
I
bro.
think
Because
I
he
know
was
who you
like,
talking about.
look, they convinced us to give him credit for being able to sample. Like he was like some sort of sample king. But then we hear like shit that Kanye does. Like, nah, you wasn't really
Yeah,
sampling, bro. Like, you was like just straight copying, nigga. Like,
yeah, yeah.
look at
I
what
know.
Kanye did
I
with
know who you talking about
Ray.
now.
Wait, look at what Kanye did with what's his name? Ray. Just take my money when I'm in need.
What you talking about? What
The
you talking
blind
about?
Ray
Ray
Charles.
Charles with Jamie.
Yeah,
Wait.
think about what he did
Oh
with
yeah,
no
she take my money. Yeah, yeah,
18
yeah.
years,
And he
18
killed
years.
that.
You know, all right.
He killed the
So
sample. Like he
he
kind of
killed the sample,
yeah.
right? Like he like
It wasn't like the
never
actual.
mind. Like
It wasn't
I
like
wanna
the
be. Not
actual
even the
beat.
fucking slow jams with Jamie and Twister. That shit
Yeah,
was
yeah,
crazy, dog. Like what?
yeah, yeah.
Buddy wasn't doing that. He was just straight biting, like slow down Diana Ross, and then it turns into upside down, right? Like tight, bro. Hey, yo, man, imposters, nigga, a whole decade, bro.
Phony rappers,
40 rappers, 40 producers,
producers. Yo, crazy.
shit, the whole industry, man.
Yo. So you think that had to do with some of the? You think that even it
In
takes a
the
part of
80s, we
some
was
of it
still
too?
getting original music.
Yeah,
Like basically in the
yeah.
90s is when this shit started. We just gradually, right? I'm not saying everything,
Which
but
is crazy
gradually we
because
just started copying. We just started
some of the most
copying.
craziest stories was in those albums in the 90s though, right? Like some of
Yeah.
the real lyrical stuff was happening.
I mean, that shit that did you catch it with L Cool J? And like, yo, that shit is dope, bro. They did I think they did like shook ones.
Mm,
You was never gonna like, bro, you was never gonna know where that shit came from unless they broke it down.
unless you knew it was some Mobb Deep. Yo, and that so okay, this is a little off of where we started, but y'all get the gist of what we're saying about hip hop and kind of that legacy. But
We've hit a wall, but I'll
yeah,
just leave it on this.
yeah,
It would be unfair to say that hip hop has hit a wall without people fucking around with it, right? Like you
yeah.
ain't have to kill, you ain't have to die Pop Smoke. You ain't have to die XXX. You ain't have to. The list goes on and on and on, right? Of people who would have been representative, like they would be peaking right now. Like they would be the ones who would be,
They would have been the ones to carry things. I
yeah,
got
to
you.
make potentially change, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Morph, evolve, keep it
yeah,
going.
yeah.
Now we stuck with well,
It's almost like they need and they got
that's what
rid
we
of the
stuck with.
real like talent what do you call that? Like not scouting but like
You talking about like the A&Rs and all that?
yeah, they got rid of
Yeah,
that those big pieces of
yeah.
talent development. There you
Mhm.
go. And sometimes you need that. You need cuz that'll keep
But
them
they know
on
that.
the that'll keep them on the right track. It's just like the Players Association, right? NBA
Yeah.
Players Association or NFL, right? Like they have these Players Association. They don't have that for the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, the
so
entertainment business is about control to the rights of whatever you're doing, right? So
yeah. So, but it's interesting. You made me think about something when you were just talking, and you see how you were able to give us, something about a specific time, right? What kills me is,
remember the
and I was
time. Yo,
talking
that
to
nigga was a
another one of
legend,
our
man. I can't
peoples.
believe
I
Drake
was
ass. But anyway,
I was talking to one of our peoples about this, and what is it gets me sometimes is when cats be going crazy and throwing out shots to people, talking about, you dropped this album, it was trash, or they just talking reckless about a specific album or a time, and then they compare it to an album that came out now, and guess what? They never either heard the album itself. They never even knew when the album came out. They don't even know what was going on, what was popping off in the world at the time. They may have not even been born or done their research.
you just describing the modern day internet.
If
Like niggas don't do those. They
Yo,
just,
my G, if you are on here, on anywhere, and you are having a conversation, be responsible with the conversation that you having. Do not,
fuck
not
that. We
know
gotta
anything of.
we gotta sensationalize everything. We just want clicks around here.
Nah,
That's
that
the
shit is
problem.
that you don't. Come on, you got to do it better than that. Especially if you have a lot of viewership. Like, yo,
Yeah, I
come
know,
on,
man.
like,
Yo,
nah.
what's that shit called? A grift? Yo, the grift is crazy.
The griff game is
The
crazy out here,
grift game is
and
next
that
level right now.
yeah, and then so as a hip hop like listener, like I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mo. Like,
Yo,
I
man, I
I
ain't gonna lie. I'm a supportive father. I got a little girl. I listen to a lot of K-pop right now. All right.
he flipped the script on us.
And the thing is, bro, like I'm listening to this music and I'm like, bro, they like taking elements, they taking pieces of our culture, infusing it in their music, and they fucking go watch K-pop numbers.
Yo, did you see it? I didn't see
Go.
this yet. I didn't see this yet, but BTS apparently has a documentary about how they kind of came about and how there was a K-pop band that the original K-pop band may have been from like Howard University or some craziness like that. I can't remember. Yeah. But anyway, I need to get more on that. But
Yo, but
I
yo,
know some of
seriously,
it.
they put in like the 808s. They're obviously rapping. Like they're rapping. I can hear that they're rapping. I don't know what they're saying, but they're rapping, right? Like, and it's the same thing like here domestically. It's like if you listen to pop music, a lot of times you're gonna hear like rappers on the
Yeah.
track, like, or the
But
singer is not just gonna be singing like a traditional note. They're gonna
yeah.
be kind of like rapping.
Yeah, but let me ask you this before we get off this topic. And I was talking to our peoples again about this, my man. Shout out to my man, Victory. Yo, so
Victory,
Cat,
yo.
think of this example. Cat's talking about Pac first album versus Jay first album.
How you gonna talk that pop shit? No, let me stop.
But yeah, so like when you think about the time, right? First of all, Pac first album was like, we gotta look this up. See, now we gotta fact check. I think it was like 92 or something like that. So look up
Listen, I first met
Tupacalyptics.
Tupac on the movie screen, and then I found out,
Apocalypse.
oh shit, this nigga's like a rapper.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. We gotta
Remember, yo
find
soy
this.
dominicano primero, right? So it's like there's some
Yeah.
things that came later to me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm New York,
Yeah.
100%
So
pura cepa.
so I was off a year. Tupacalypse Now came out in 1991.
What'd you say? What? Tupacalypse?
Tupacalypse Now was his first album, my G, right? That's
Oh,
where I think Brenda's Got a Baby, right?
okay, okay,
So that
okay.
was on there.
I ain't gonna lie, those early years, he do look a little zesty, but
This guy, yo,
dope
should
though.
remain focused. So 1996 was when Reasonable Doubt came out, right? Even in the 5 years, so much had happened in between that. You know what I mean? Like, and then the thing that you people don't think about is in that era, in the 1991 era specifically, this is when you had to specifically shop around and go to the record stores and say, "Hey, you want to buy 200 CDs? You want to buy, right? 20? What do you want to buy?" Like they had to literally sell store to store almost.
Bro, you taking it back. Yeah. Distribution back then was like you knocking on doors and being like, yo, you want to buy like
Yeah.
1,000 copies?
By the time 1996 came, it was a little bit easier, but it was still in that realm, right?
Well,
But
remember, this is when CDs were emerging too, as like the
yeah, so that's
popular.
yeah, so my bad. So yeah, but 1991 CDs were still
Oh, no,
around.
no, 91 CDs
91,
were.
that's what you're talking
Yeah, but now it was mainly
about.
cassettes in 91 though.
No,
We
it
was
was
still,
like
yeah.
it was
We was,
heavy cassettes,
yeah, nah.
heavy,
CDs,
heavy.
CDs,
Yeah.
CDs was like
So you was like,
96.
yo,
You know,
yeah. So you was
yeah,
like 90, and then 96, you had the real mixture.
right,
CDs was really
yeah,
starting to
yeah.
take a rise.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but it was still kind of like that thing, right? But both albums wasn't that successful when they came out, but they had different reasons of why, right? So
Yeah, I
like,
mean, well, when it's a real art, just like any other art, it appreciates over time, right? Like this is what I'm saying. The music that they making now, ain't none of that shit gonna appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But
Not
there's
like
a dip, but there's a
not on like a grand scale. Maybe like genre specific. I'm still gonna remember my favorite rap song, but I'm talking about like general public remembering your song, nigga. Like everybody know Billie Jean. Everybody know.
but there's a
I'll take
whole
a pop song. Like what is everybody gonna remember? Crazy in Love?
so,
No, but you might remember the when she went all black sheep or whatever, the Frank, you make me happy, that joint, right? But you know why we gonna remember that? We'll remember her version because it was dope, but we really remembering somebody else's song, a Motown song.
but what I'm trying to get at is like there's you know, it just continued to change, right? So it's hard to compare, you know, two albums, right? In the beginning of two separate artists' careers and how either they were successful or not. There's different avenues that they had to go through in that time, right? So the Tupac the measures were extremely hard.
What
Like
year you said it was?
1991, bro.
Yeah, so
Remember
I mean,
93,
yeah, I
93
mean,
was like the year that shit was we said 93 was a very important
was
year.
that the Rodney King year?
What were you talking about the LA riots and shit?
1992.
92 was right after. So, but that's all I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
this is a whole different. And then if you go and say, I don't know, right? You go and go into the late 2000s. You can't do that. That's just unfair. It's just totally different things, and it goes to that conversation about eras. It goes to the conversation about things that was happening. Like just like with sports, the same thing, right? It's like hard to really be like, yo, this dude, like this year right now, the Knicks, their road to the finals is their road.
Everything is about timing. You know what I'm saying? I heard a perfect example. I think it was today, actually, this morning. Shit was crazy. My man said, yo, how old is Big Daddy Kane? He said, Kane like 57. He said, yo, how old is Jay?
I knew he was gonna come with that
He
next.
said 57. But he highlights that they started at different times. Like
He's
they
a
really took off at a different time. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
he's a year younger than Kate.
And so Jay benefited. It's just like being an athlete who got left back and then you get to play and you a little bit more superior.
Yo,
You got a little bit more of an edge.
yeah, yo, you know it's crazy because I was trying not to talk about that topic today, but since
But
you brought that
it
up,
came up. It came up, nigga. This shit is crazy. Let's shift gears, man. Let's
yeah,
shift gears. Why are we laughing like this, chat? Why are we laughing?
yo, because there's officially, I think they're allowing kids,
They're not kids.
to decide to repeat the 8th grade.
Oh, I did see that one too. I thought you was talking about LSU.
I'm not even talking about LSU right now.
That's right.
Getting,
There was this
it's
kid who's
getting,
repeating like, "Yo, you."
it's
Yes,
getting so egregious, bro. Like it's getting so egregious.
because being a baseball player is life changing work.
Oh, you talk about the baseball kid? Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen that too.
right?
But no, there's some basketball kids too.
No shade, no shade. I'm just saying it ain't that serious, bro.
And then there's the yo, it's crazy, yo. It's nuts, bro. They gotta chill with that. I don't even want to go too far into that, but yeah, they gotta chill with that. I do want to go back to music, bro.
Yo, Amadou Diallo was killed in '99. You remember that name? This is terrible. My memory is terrible, though. Look at how they've been like traumatizing us our whole lives, though. It's just like a whole
Trauma,
a whole list of like events that have
trauma,
occurred.
trying to
Think
keep us
about the
down.
events that you have forgotten, right? We all talk about like 9/11, the World Trade. I'll be thinking about
Think
like a couple of years before when they bombed the World Trade.
think
And then
about
they
the
started
last
saying like, yo, remember the backpacks? Couldn't leave the backpack. You see something,
yo.
say something.
I was getting I hated going on the train.
I know, man. It was
I was getting pulled like I would just give up the bag. You know what I mean? Like I'll just be like, here, look at my shit. So I can just it's faster anyway. So think about the last time you felt like the illest, relaxing aura for yourself. Think about the last time. For most people, they probably would say they don't know, but it's probably for them when they was a kid. Cause they ain't really understand none of this shit.
yeah, man. I
And
mean,
they was
I
able to
think
be
I've been kind of like thinking about it and being observant, and I think when you start to feel like, yo, I gotta make some money, like that's when everything kind of falls apart.
that's when it kinda like gets real serious, right?
That's when you're like, yo, so you mean I just gotta do what I gotta do to have a phone and to like have a car and to have a house?
When
Like,
you officially start in to be in the system. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, that shit sucks, right? So, but
Man, how do we
you
keep
do
it?
as a just regular person, right? You do get these little pockets where you could do that, right? Like I had to take a trip to DR.
Yeah.
I think I took, yeah, that was when I took dad, and that shit was bliss, man. Like it was fucking Vladdy living in the hills, right? Like I'm in Vlad Junior's town. Everybody playing a little bachata. It was great. Chilling by the river,
Yeah. Yep.
just chilling, man.
You was probably
And
shining.
shining,
Shining.
absolutely, man.
You was shining. That's dope to hear, man. At
It
least
was
you had
dope.
that
It
moment.
was,
You felt the shine?
yeah,
That's dope. That's dope.
absolutely, absolutely, man.
Hopefully people understand what I'm talking about, feeling the shine. If you don't, you gotta dig deeper. Come on, y'all.
Yeah,
Pause.
man. Yeah, man.
So
Look within. Look within.
speaking of shining, I can't help it but go back to music, but not specific to hip hop. So I'm thinking, we talk about movies, right? Every now and again. And I'm thinking about this gentleman and how he's having this crazy run. His name is Ludwig, right? I can't say his last name, I'm sorry. My man Ludwig, right?
Ludwig.
Ryan Coogler's boy. This guy
Hold on.
this guy just won an
Yep.
Oscar.
I
He
put
did
Ludwig,
Sinners.
friend of Ryan Coogler.
He did he did he's doing the Odyssey score, I think, right now.
Busy.
He just did the Mandalorian and Grogu joint, which is why I recently watched that film and is why I wanted to shout him out, man, because he
The
killed that
Mandalorian?
shit. He killed that shit, bro. He
Yo, so
killed
he did, I don't know if this was his first, but he did Fruitvale Station in
Yep.
2013. He
Yep.
did Creed in 2015.
Yep.
Black Panther in 2018.
Yep.
Wakanda Forever in 2022.
Yep.
Sinners in 2025.
Yep.
So
He's getting
he
busy
stays
now.
busy.
He's getting busy now too.
I mean, and if you think about it, it's like, yo, he's writing music. Kind of
Yes.
crazy.
He's
Kinda,
composing. Yes.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Like you look at a scene and you like got to think about
Yo,
he probably and that's probably why he works so well with Ryan too, right? Because like Ryan's telling him like, yo, this is what I want the people to feel, and he's like,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
This man played like every instrument too. It's crazy. It's
I
nuts.
mean, if you're
It's
a
nuts.
composer, right? Because you got to have
Yeah.
a feel for the whole staff.
Yeah, and again, so I'm watching Mandalorian.
Gracian's son, Goran, Gorasan's. Wow, man,
What? What are you
it's
doing
a
right now? Oh, his last
Gora.
name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, that's why I just say Ludwig, you know what I mean? Like just keep it
right.
like that, you know what I mean? Peace. But when you watching the film, like the movie, you just like, yo, this is ill. Every world, like every world that they go into, it has its own sound basically. Like, you know what I mean? Like they go to a planet or whatever, it's got like this whole vibe. And it's so dope. Like it's so dope. Like it was ill. So I think, I just wanted to again give him some light and
Nah, yeah, big shouts, man. That's a big part of
yeah.
the whole experience, man, that I think most of us is just average movie watchers. We don't even think about it, right? But
Yeah. And I do
you pay
yeah,
attention. Pay attention when there's like no music. It's
And
kind
I
of
and I
awkward.
yeah, and I do think shout out to Ryan Coogler and Ludwig because I feel like they have helped put in the spotlight the back scene, the behind the scenes, what's it called? Roles and how big and important they are. They bring you into that world, and I feel like they really have highlighted and been able to give at least our people kind of like that visual into that world. And I think there's even awards getting televised now that never got televised before, and I think it's good for the kids coming up to also kind of think about like you don't always have to be an actor. You can do something else within that artistry. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah, don't compromise your soul. Stay behind the scenes.
So shout out. Now we getting into it.
You don't
And
say.
NYC again. Fires. Yo Mo. So we I think there was a fire debate, right? But anyway, something that we've been talking about is like, yo, we see these news flashes and we're like, yo, another apartment building on fire? Another like what's going on? And then a few weeks ago, there was an explosion in Wall Street. So,
Yeah.
but let's go to like when you look up NYC fires like increasing, is there something noted like as far as like
Let's see.
that getting more like oddly enough, these random fires within apartment buildings?
Well, the way that it frames it is current data suggests that while there has been a noticeable cluster of major
I noticed.
rail related fires in New York City recently, there
What?
isn't broad evidence yet of a citywide spike in all types of fires, such as residential or commercial building fires. The recent fires are largely concentrated in the transit infrastructure. Well, I'm glad that they're building some new stops.
Yo, that's false because I know for a fact I seen like 5 this year alone. I feel like
Yeah,
in
so it says
2026.
there's been two major fires in Penn Station
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yo, that's
last
crazy.
in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
On the 14th, on the East River Tunnel, and then the second, more severe fire happened on May 29th.
This is even going to a whole different
Amtrak maintenance train near the Hudson Rail Yards, Hudson River Tunnel.
this is going into a whole different world that we didn't even expect. We would talk about
In
apartment buildings, residential.
in a separate tragic explosion, a fire occurred on May 22nd at a shipyard caused by paint vapors in Staten Island.
And so nothing about apartment building fires, like nothing.
No major, just some clusters, nothing major,
Y'all making me look bad. Yo, y'all making me look. I could have sworn, like, I'm just randomly seeing
No, no,
these
there's
clips.
definitely fires, bro. That's why I
Yeah.
started by saying it's framing it a certain way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How
But
about this? Let me give it a better prompt. Basically is
yeah, this is what you gotta do, y'all. Y'all gotta you gotta prompt it differently.
we all need to just become prompt engineers. Didn't Jamie
Prompt
Dimon say something
engineers.
about that?
We about to get into that. Yeah, we about to get into that. Definitely. That's next.
But this time I said specifically residential fires.
There you go.
Yes, there's a significant increase in
That's what
fatalities
I'm
from
talking.
residential fires in
Damn.
New York City so
Damn.
far in 2026 compared to the previous year through specific data and the total numbers of fires non-fatal still being compiled for the full year. Here are the key findings in the recent FDNY data and the reports. Rising fatalities, 43% increase in deaths between January 1st and May 7th. 40 people died in fires across 5 boroughs. This is a stark contrast increase compared to the 28 deaths recorded during the same period in 2025, almost double.
Be safe. What is going on? Like what yo? There's no like indication of like fire starting. Like what exactly was the
Man, I'm gonna have to hit my man Timo up. Says there was a fire in Inwood.
Wow.
Fire
There
apartment
was a
killed 3
few that
people. The
seemed,
landlord
yeah.
of this building had nearly 1,000 prior fire and safety violations, which is the city suggests part of a pattern to chase out rent stabilized tenants. That brings us to another thing,
Wow.
okay? That brings us to, you know what? I don't even,
Mo, that's horrible what you just said though. Like if yo, that's
they're not keeping up the
reckless.
apartment because they want the resident to leave. Once the
To
resident
leave.
leaves, then they're going to get somebody
They're
who's not
gonna
a rent
right,
controlled
right,
candidate, right?
right. That's wild.
Yo, that's common practice.
I know that, which is a sad story though. Like this
It's
is
part
the
of the
fact that
like
it is.
so it's really like a trap, right? Because if you really put yourself, let's say you invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to have like a little income property, make a couple of $100 a month on the side, because most of it is going to go to the mortgage or whatever, right? And your tenant, they're on the program, and you like, yo, I want to fix this, I want to fix that,
Yeah.
but I just got a regular job, I can't put the money in, like, you know, I can't like subsidize you. You know what I mean? Like, and so they like, fuck it, Poppy. I'm gonna just leave it the way it is, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
and then
Yo.
this is
Remember?
happening, right? So
Yeah.
Mamdani, I casually heard about it, but I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. But basically they trying to propose some sort of situation where they gonna like be taking over properties if you're not doing things the right way.
The city?
But the thing is that the city, they have city housing already that we see they can't maintain. So what? Now you're gonna like enlarge your fleet? Like, what do you like? You're gonna expand on this
You're right.
bad
You can't be making
operation?
these y'all can't be making these moves if you're gonna make it even worse. Cause I can see that even making it even worse.
We not gonna forget the Mitchell houses, right?
Can't
Like,
forget the Mitchell houses, bro.
cause how could you
And
forget when a whole stack of a building disappears?
yo, remember my apartment, right? One of the apartments?
Which one?
And it remember in the bathroom, my tiles, I, yo, how long did I not have in the shower tiles? Yo, how long did that take for them to fix that? Yo, it took mad long, son. To the
Yo,
point
we
where I had
not
to get
talking
super
luxury
creative,
tiles, man. We talking the
to
tiles is probably like 25 cent a
super
piece, maybe even
easy.
less than that.
Yo, it took like 2 years for them to finally be like, "Yo,
Fine.
this is a problem. We gotta get this guy his thing fixed." To the point where I had to go to the 99-cent store, get the a black shower curtain to make it look like the wall and shit, cut out the holes. Yeah, it's reckless. Anyway, I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all, man. But yo, we talked about, is there anything on the explosion that happened in Manhattan and Wall Street? Is there anything on that? Because before we go into the banks and Jamie Dimon and that type of shit, I just want to understand what transpired there. Like I seen the video, people just running like it was crazy. You seen the video?
Yeah, but it just looked like pandemonium, right? People running and shit, black smoke in the sky. Like,
Yeah, I don't even know what I would do in that situation. Real talk, like I stop, drop, and roll.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
even.
depends on your proximity to it, right?
Yeah, cause that joint was coming fast though. Pause.
So it says that there are no active fires or major incidents reported on
Wait,
Wall Street or near.
was that AI?
Was that AI? Was that fake? Let's go, because it says on
Stop.
or near
That's
the Charging
crazy.
Bull statue of today, as of today. Let's see. Recent reports from the news
Yo,
outlets do not
yo,
mention
y'all gotta stop, bro.
ongoing
If that
blaze.
was AI, y'all gotta stop with it, yo. Y'all gotta stop with it. That's crazy. Let's just go to the banks, Mo.
They say in confusion with potential other events. There was nothing in the financial district.
That
Social media
is,
rumors, unverified posts, or AI generated images are sometimes
yo,
circulated by high profile landmarks.
they gotta stop. They gotta
You know,
stop.
man. But let me tell you something. When did this start? Let me see. Yeah, look right here. Dramatic video shows car exploding near
Yeah.
iconic charging
Oh, it's a
bull
car
set.
explosion. Oh,
Watch car explosion. Okay, hold on. Let me click on one of these. I'm gonna click on Yahoo. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yahoo? Is that
Yahoo
an
should
okay
be good.
source?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it says car explodes, bursts into flames, just steps from Wall Street's charging
Yeah.
bull statue.
Yeah, so that's real. But you just read something that made it seem like it ain't happen.
What was this? No reports of any injuries. Okay, so
That's
this
crazy.
was
Mhm.
She stands by her man, and she stands by her family, and it's all
get
Going
out of
up.
here. Why did Sunny come on after that? That's what came on after the video. What day was this? I'm just trying to see what day this was.
Damn, I could have sworn it was at least 2 weeks
Let me
ago
see
or a
this. I
week
see
ago.
an X post that says May 20th, but
Yeah, I think it was May 20th or something around there. So
okay. So my only connection point is because it's a car that blew up. So it was just a message that was being sent.
that's
That's all it
that.
was.
So yeah. If the car, if it
There's
was a
no,
car explosion
yeah.
and it wasn't like a gas explosion or anything like that, like
Let's see.
man,
Let's see.
what are we?
Let's
What are we
see.
trying to like? What is that trying to say? Like, are we? Is this just another tactic? Well, is it another tactic, bro? So
Yeah.
let's just continue on. So what I'm thinking is, and the way
It
I'm
looks
taking it,
like a SUV. They just blew it up.
I was watching 60 Minutes the other day. And I
Uh-huh.
don't know if also I don't know if you heard this, and we got to look further into this, but I heard that they're trying to get rid of 60 Minutes. But anyway, so I watched 60 Minutes, right? We'll look further into that. But I was watching 60 Minutes, and this dude Snorkin was on there, and he's the author of a book called 1929. And now you mentioned that it was a car explosion. It could be a message. This is near a stock exchange, right? Like, you know what I mean? Wall Street. This guy saying, and I'm kind of with him.
1929, is it?
Yeah, the book is called 1929. It's about the stock crash in 1929 and how if you look at the details of 1929 with the layoffs and you know how things were playing out, it's very similar to right now. And basically, a crash is coming.
Yes.
We just don't know when, but it's coming. So, based on what we've been talking about with the Warren tracker, things like that, yo, now they do this explosion. Yo,
So that was a couple of days before, or I should say, yeah,
that's just what I'm thinking, y'all.
that was like one or 2 days before the new Federal Chair Reserve was confirmed. So to me, and like basically, you know, the Nasdaq, they're gonna tokenize their stocks, right? Like everything's moving to like blockchain and crypto. And guys, do your research. You know, stable coins, Clarity Act, Genius Act, all of that stuff. Typically, in the regular like trading cycle of the year, there's a phrase that the Wall Street people say, sell in May. So sell like whatever trades you had open. Like if you got profits, take your profits, walk away. Don't leave them open because there's gonna be like downward action over the summer because there's just no liquidity, right? Like
Yeah.
these guys, if y'all haven't seen Billions on Showtime, man, crazy show.
The dude, Snorkin, he wrote Billions.
Yo, Billions is crazy,
So
bro.
that's where I was like, okay, this guy knows his
Billions is
shit.
crazy, dog.
Definitely knows
Like,
what's going. He
these
wrote.
cats basically,
This is
you
shit.
know,
That's his
yeah,
show.
during the summer, they have a summer vacation. So there's traders the market is slow because the traders are chilling. They come back in the fall, like September, you know, August, September, they come back. Then you get some action till like December, and then it goes dead again.
That's crazy.
And everything is just kind of cyclical, right?
It's almost like, yo, we out of here.
So now this year's a little different because what the fuck about this year isn't different? Everything is different about this year, right? Like, this is crazy. So with all the geopolitical stuff going on, yo, I mean, I've seen reports of like BlackRock dumping Bitcoin and this and like people dumping XRP and they do, and the prices are like steady. This is not normal for it to kind of like be stable the way it is, even though like people are dumping billions of dollars worth of the coin. There's a lot of news. I don't talk about crypto. Like it's such a like niche market. I'll just bore people with it, so I don't really bring it up.
Okay.
But not financial advice, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, each bar, Stellar.
Yeah.
Them your winners, man. Go do something. Convert them dollars into something that's gonna hold its value.
So Mo, so what do you say? Like, if there's a crash coming, What if it's 4 months from now, yo? Like, what do you think
If you
is a safe
if you in a
way to think
401k, you
about it?
gotta pick up the phone and figure out like what's the mix, like how they invest in your stuff, right? Like
Mhm.
I think there's a high risk if you sitting in tech stocks. There's a high risk you're gonna get wrecked, right? Like if you're gonna
So
jump into these IPOs, like this frenzy that's happening with these IPOs with SpaceX and Anthropic and
which
GPT and all it, yo, I'm telling you, your exit liquidity. Don't be a sucker. Like we're late. You should have been in already.
yeah,
Like
it's
we
like
saw we saw Nvidia buying into
yeah,
whoever, like its pals,
yeah.
and we saw GPT. Like they all just kind of like
Mhm,
prop themselves up,
mhm,
sell us a story,
mhm,
and then once we finally get to participate, they're like, "Bet we selling to y'all," and they
mhm.
taking their cut.
Yeah, so I agree with you. Like, you gotta check those things. You know, where are you where are you fully vested? You know, that money, you gotta think about what do you wanna do with that, in preparation for something, like losing your job or the crash happened at the same time, you know what I mean? So I would say start with that, and to most point, like checking where everything is being distributed to and all that
Yeah,
type of
if you
stuff.
if you have like if you're in a lot of growth stocks, there's no growth right now. Get out of those. Those are gonna crash. Grow where? Like inflation is what's
Yeah,
growing.
yeah.
If you have there's just there's so many situations. Everybody's so unique, right?
Mhm.
I know people concerned. They're like, hey, I really want to get out of debt. I want to, I got
Yeah,
let's say I got
yeah.
let's say I got 3 years left on a car note and but I happen to get that car note at like, I don't know, let's call it 4%. For somehow I got it like for 4.5%.
Yeah.
What you in a rush to have to listen? That's we never going back there. Don't believe money's never gonna be that cheap. Trump wants it to happen. Trump wants like rates to be lowered, and God knows that he has a way of just making
Know
whatever
if that's
happen,
what he
whatever
want.
he wants,
I
whatever
don't
he
know if that's
wants.
that's what you say. I don't know, but you go ahead. Good.
You can agree with a lot of people that if this guy does whatever he wants, but on this one, well, he hasn't been quite able to. I don't know. Maybe it's a controlled demolition. It's something that's timed. Like you said, maybe we only got 4 months left. You know what? 4 months, that's a pretty good bet. Let's just assume we're already in June. June plus 4, what is that? October, getting ready for the midterms right
It's
there.
gonna get
You said it
scary in
perfectly, bro.
October.
You said it
Scary.
perfectly. You're right. We got about 4 months.
It's gonna get
Listen,
scary, spooky in October. Is that what you're saying? Man, let's not do that. But yeah, get ready, y'all.
at minimum, just be mentally ready.
Just be
Know who your
mentally
friends
ready.
are in your community. Know
That's
who
a
you
good
can
point.
lean on if shit is
That's a
crazy.
good point. Yep. Yep.
That's like the preparation, right? Like something crazy go down here. What's the plan?
Yeah, or you could even look up like what did those people do back in 1929 to like you could even kind of like just to have it'll help, right? You
The
kind of
market crash too
envision.
is like the thing is you could be safe investments used to be like bonds.
Mm,
But the way the government going, you think you're gonna get you may not get your money back in 10 years. What are you talking about? Our money, nigga, like on some Debo shit.
better hold on to some cash.
Yeah, you better
That's
you
all I'm
know,
trying to say.
assess your personal situation.
Yeah.
And if you did really well with that Tesla stock, man, dump it. Cash, baby.
Vested means you could take it out.
Yeah, word. Good point. Good point.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can decide what you want to do with those funds. If it's unvested, that's different. If it's vested, that means you can do something with those funds. So yeah,
But
they're
yeah,
gonna
man,
tell you. They're gonna try to tell you
think about it. They're saying that
how to keep it
Anthropic,
in. But
they're saying that Anthropic is valued at over $1 trillion as a company. Okay.
crazy.
Okay. So you must be making $3 trillion in revenue, right?
I this is all based on upside, Mo.
All based on upside. You know
All
what?
based.
You're
They can't
absolutely
even
right.
get data centers. You know, there's states that are starting to be like, nah, there's limitations here, right? Like, what was it, Jersey? You said Jersey, right? They kind of like put like a kind of like a roadblock around. Like, I guess they went to propose a data center, like,
Yeah. So I mean, it was kind of a compromise, right? Basically,
yeah,
what the governor said is like,
they figures,
nah, they
okay,
just can't have a free for all. We gotta have rules. I'm
they
sorry.
have to have,
We got to
yeah,
have rules. But
which
the
is
federal
good.
government said, fuck your rules.
Oh, that's crazy.
10
That is
years. States
crazy.
cannot interfere with this fucking runaway train called AI.
Crazy. This
Crazy.
is crazy. We gotta stop
So I
now.
didn't think that I thought IPOs was like a 1900s kind of thing.
And what?
But
Oh, so
apparently it's
you
not.
looked up the history of IPOs. What's
Yeah.
up? What you
So
get?
for you guys that don't know, IPOs is an acronym for initial public offering. It's when a company decides that they're going to try to raise as much money as they can, so they go public, right? So they allow for the public to participate in like being a part owner of the company. But like I said, for the company to get to the point where it can be an initial public offering, they already have had to have demonstrated years of being in operations and making money and things like that. And so the business doesn't get to the point where you can get to IPO without investors, right? So when the IPO happens, what do you think happens to the angel investors? That's right. They become like Nas. They become like Kevin Durant. They make great investments, you know? That's not you guys. That's not me. That's not you. That's not the IPO people. That's the IPO people making sure that the early investors get their bread. So unless you could get into SpaceX right now before the initial public offering, I'd say if you have a way of shorting it, go for it. I promise you'll make money. And then it has to kind of like find its real value amongst the people who decide to still invest in it. But the early investors are done. Their job is done. Their job was to get
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else to get in.
I got you. I
So
got
yeah.
you.
So it says, the first IPO was in 1602. The Dutch
What?
East India Company. Those mother.
1602?
Mhm.
Yo.
It's funny because it's called the Dutch East India Company, and I bet you that it's British. So it says this is often considered the first company to hold an IPO. They wanted to trade spices with Asia, but
Mm,
building ships and hiring crews cost a fortune. They
hmm,
needed to raise money.
hmm.
And the bank was like, nah, nigga, we ain't doing it. You better go ask somebody. They can go get a GoFundMe, go get a crowdfund. We ain't doing it.
Yo, you so dumb.
So this is the beauty about crypto emerging though, bro. Like the real talk, because inside of the Clarity Act,
Yeah.
they have written in that when it comes to crypto, digital assets, you no longer have to be accredited investor to participate early. So now when the next shitcoin comes out, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
say it happens to not be a shitcoin and it's actually good technology and you decide to buy the token, you can, whether you have $10 or you have $1 million. Everybody's going to be able to participate in these markets that are going to emerge.
Mm.
That's different, man, because we never get to participate early. We
Right.
participate after the fact,
I see
right?
what you're
So
saying.
it's kind of like if you really have a tolerance for some risk right now, do some research. Think about drone companies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, think about companies that make actuators for like robots and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
think about the world that these fuckers want to build and invest in it, and you'll be okay.
I feel you. I see exactly what you're saying. I'm sure
You're not
everybody.
gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to. We can't fight them.
He
So you
said,
gotta
think about what these fucking.
yeah.
I feel you,
You know
dog.
what I'm
Yo.
saying? Skynet. I think all shit's going on. Like
Yeah.
UFOs, UAPs, disclosures next month.
And with that, I think it was maybe 2 weekends ago when Trump went to China, right? Was it? Was
Oh
this?
yeah. He met Xi Jinping.
Yeah. Have you heard much about what was or what was discussed,
No,
what went
things quickly
down?
pivoted right back to fucking Iran.
Yeah. I think they're hoping to have some kind of agreement soon, but that's what they've been saying for weeks already, right?
I think that our president is not lying when he's like, "Yo, Xi's my boy." So is Putin. Like, we understand each other. And the reason I say that is because, yo, Putin, as soon as Trump left, Putin showed up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And while Trump was in China working with, you know, China and all that, Rubio, your man Marco, was out in India or Pakistan or something like that. He was getting the deal done over there. And so
It, you know,
it was interesting to see Trump be like, "Yo, I'm bringing my entourage with me, G." Nigga, hold on. Who's your entourage?
it
Like
ain't really.
JD Vance and them? Nah, nigga, it's gonna be Timmy Cook. It's gonna be my man from Nvidia.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
gonna be my man Musk.
Yeah, all these guys.
He
Yeah.
brings all the big name CEOs from our biggest companies. And some people like, oh, he trying to show like, you know, we have tech superiority and nigga, listen.
We?
Like as the US.
Maybe like armed forces technology, that type of shit, but I
Consumer
mean,
technology? Nah, no way. Not even
no.
close, right? Like
Yeah,
China
that's what I'm
got that
saying.
shit on lock.
Have you heard? Have you seen this? I don't know if this is true, but they're saying like Japan is like years ahead of everybody as far as like
They've been doing robotics. They've had robotics
in
for
their
a long time, man.
city, just in general, like, you know. And so,
Yeah, I ain't never been to
because
Japan.
I don't see it here. I don't see it here.
Here?
I don't even see a city that comes close to anything. And we've been talking about 15-minute cities, this and that. That ain't even the
It's not,
same still
it just doesn't seem impressive at all. Like it's
at all.
pretty. It's pretty. I'm not saying it don't look cool,
Yeah.
but it's not impressive though. Like I'm not in awe at all. Like I'm more in awe like trying to figure out how like St. Patrick's Cathedral was built at a time where they had like no power tools and like, please explain. I'll wait. Like,
I got some notes. It says what the White House would say was achieved by this trip.
oh, the China trip. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the administration announced several agreements and understandings, including China committing to buy at least 17 billion annually in US agricultural products through 2028. Out of all the years, 2028, right?
I mean, that's
And
the
then
way. That's the way.
that's the way they do
There's
it. Yo.
there's also, you know, we still got politics involved in all of this too,
Yeah,
right?
which is crazy. All right, and you know they are, that's what they are, right? So a reported commitment for China Airlines to purchase 200 Boeing aircrafts. Then you got agreements to discuss easing some trade barriers and addressing supply chain concerns involving rare earth minerals. So yeah, as you know, this has been a big thing, rare earth minerals. I think we started off the year talking about rare earth minerals and, you know, metals. And
Think about this. You know, Dell signed a big deal and supposedly they're constructing some.
is that the chip?
Yeah, the chip.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So who's to say this nigga's not just buying time to get our chips capacity up? And eventually he gonna be like, nigga, I don't care about Taiwan, nigga, you keep it.
Yo, it's funny you say that because Taiwan, it says Taiwan was one of the biggest stories. Trump indicated uncertainty about approving a proposed 14 billion arms package for Taiwan after meeting with Xi, which sparked debate among U.S. allies and Taiwan. Administration officials later stated the U.S. policy toward Taiwan had not changed. So this is short version, basically. Wins claimed by Trump, agricultural sales, Boeing craft orders, rare earth supply discussions, reduce immediate tensions with Beijing. So what did not happen? Again, no major Taiwan breakthrough. Nothing really happened there, right?
Yo, have you heard of something called Flocker?
Nah, Flocker.
It's a network. It's a network of cameras. So what I think
Man,
what I think
Flocker.
happened, look,
What is
Flocker's something
Flocker?
different that you can look up on your own. I'm sorry. I'm hitting y'all with mad doubts. Y'all can look, but what I think happened is, yo, I think they did have some sort of technological like summit meeting, nigga, and they not telling us about it.
Yo, so in on the list of like, damn, it's crazy you say that. So like, it says Taiwan no breakthrough, right? Then it says no major AI agreement, and it says no major Iran agreement either.
Yeah. So it's starting to look more like this was just something that was scheduled to happen, so they
No,
made it happen.
no fundamental change
Right.
in the U.S.-China rivalry.
Yeah. Because
Yo, that's crazy.
yo, listen, man, it's high stakes right now. I cannot stress to tell you how high stakes shit is right now, bro. Like shit is high stakes. Yo, yeah. Shit
I
is
gotta
high
look up
stakes,
this
yo.
Flocker thing. I gotta look at get to see what's going on with that.
Yo,
But
it's
yeah,
it's
so those are
it's
the things, y'all, that
it's so creepy, dog. Like Flocker, basically, you could log into any one of their cameras on their network and just it's a live feed. It's just a live feed.
oh, yeah, we gotta see the spelling on it. So
FLOCKR.
R, no ER. Okay.
It's just R, yeah. And it's
Well, yeah.
just
So
like what
mhm.
what we're speculating us in in the conspiracy world, right? Is that this is a network that's gonna tie in to do like social credit scores and shit like that, and like China definitely got that technology on lock. They got controls on all their people, and I think the U.S. would love that. So stay tuned. Social credit scores, cameras everywhere,
It's coming.
digital currencies. You know what I'm saying? Like digital passports, digital medical cards, digital everything, nigga. Like we got you.
Yeah. About to have a scan on your body like in time.
Yeah, for real, yo. People gonna go around like instead of you got some time?
Yo, just thinking about this. I wanted to talk about satellites again a little bit. Man. So the latest and greatest on satellites is they are interfering with the constellation.
I mean, I could see that.
Man,
That's
so
that's
when you hear
that's
that,
logical.
what's your thoughts? It says it's affecting the astronomy, so it's interfering with the scientific observations regarding the constellations. Now, I'm trying to understand, like, how significant is that for us? Would that be something that I guess folks would consider to have some significance?
Again, the world is amazing right now. There's a little bit of something for everybody. So, if you're into astronomy, if you're into being guided by the constellations, because they're also cyclical, and it's how navigators used to get around at sea. It's a big deal because you're disoriented, right? Like you can't tell what's what very clearly.
Oh shit! They
And
said, yeah. It says that you got to think about things like radio interference. You got to think about
radio frequencies going all over the place, right? Like
missile warning systems, space surveillance networks. These are the shits that I think are out there. No, it says some experts worry that increasingly crowded orbital space could interfere with these things: space surveillance networks, collision risk. But but Mo, going back to this, I've yet to see photography of the sea of satellites. I'm trying to see, this. Like,
you got a good
again,
point there. You got a good point there.
I'm gonna try to search, y'all, and if I can find it, I am putting it in the video. But if if you don't see it in this video, it's because I could not find a photo of the sea of satellites that is causing these concerns and interferences. So yeah, it's just boggling to me. So we'll see what it is though.
There's a lot of interference. I mean,
And I'm not shutting down this, like, but again, I did see and this is probably some AI, somebody messing around with Jeff Bezos, but they tried to do a launch and the whole shit just blew up in
yeah,
Florida. Was that yesterday or a couple days ago, something
Oh,
like
you
that?
know what? I don't want to say it's AI, bro, because I think I saw like him talking about, like I saw an official thing come through like the Apple News shit,
But we've talked about this like a year or so ago, where we talked about the debris that constantly happens, especially from these failed launches. There's so many failed launches throughout the year. It's just people do not really follow it, right? So like, there's just different. You mentioned niche earlier, right? Like this just, crypto being one, right? But space exploration, that's another niche, right? That just a lot of people don't really follow. So
The Schumann resonance. Go look it up, guys. It's basically the energy that the sun's giving off, like the solar flares that they talk about, and like what's
yeah,
weakening. Like, listen, I get into lots of rabbit holes, man. Like, the Earth is going through something right now, all right? And we feeling it. Don't you know some nights don't
feeling
you just
it.
like feel sluggish for no reason? You like, I shouldn't be feeling like this like at 4:00 in the afternoon.
It's been like that, to be honest, but
Mhm.
it's really been here specifically. It's been a lot of rain, clouds.
A lot of weird rain too here for a while. Like now it's like California. It's like Los Angeles now. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy it for the however long it lasts, but weather's everywhere, man. It's 40
Yeah,
degree swings from morning,
yeah.
to the peak of the day back to the night. It's just crazy.
Gotta be careful. I don't know if you've seen Project Hail Mary, but basically,
Message?
it's about the reason why they send him out there and two other astronauts is because it's actually opposite. Like, you know how we feel like right now it's like global warming, right? It's the opposite. It's like it's getting too cold, right? Like the earth was getting too cold in their
Okay.
situation. And so they were trying to figure out what are they going to do. And so, they go on this mission and to see how they could figure out, how to help the environment for the earth. But yeah, good movie. I don't know where I was going with that. It was just thinking about space.
Yeah, I mean,
So, yeah.
no, you're in the right place. Look, they already came out and told us there's 4 aliens. There's the little grays, there's reptilians, there's like humanoids, right? And
No,
then
so
there's
so
like
the Nordic, the
the
Nordic.
Nordic, okay?
But well, before you before you say what you're about to say, the picture was like AI. Like, show me a real picture of these people.
No, because it's not supposed to convince you right now. It's the big event that's coming, nigga.
It
Like
was like it
this
was
is
like
just to get it started, right? Look,
a graphic, like it was
the
like an
movie ain't even
image.
come out yet, all right? We're gonna revisit all this when the movie come out in a couple of weeks, right? Emily Blunt.
So you think the 4 are gonna be revealed?
No. No, no, no.
Because to me it only
Yeah, well,
feels like
yeah, I
one.
mean,
It
yes,
only
at
feels
some
like one
point.
is gonna be revealed.
I mean, you seen Baron. Stop playing.
What is that supposed to mean? Yo, oh man, you got me stuck right there, man. Yo, I was like, what? Barrett?
Yo, what is he, 6'7"?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Tall dude. Anyway.
anyway,
Yo,
this
listen,
guy.
no, I think that they are gonna reveal themselves just now, right? Not in the movie. The movie's gonna be about the fact that, yeah, niggas, like, it's real. It's
But
just a
what
movie though. They gonna say it's just a movie though, but
the thing is, so what?
that's a big deal, nigga. Like, maybe we could break this system.
Help me understand what you're talking about when you say break the system. Like my thing is, if they real, let's just
Yeah, help us, nigga. Get rid of like the
yeah.
pedos, right?
What's going on?
Get rid of the Geppettos out here.
What's going on?
I mean, you gotta wait, just
What's
like the
going
rest
on?
of us.
What's going on? What's going on?